3. Hello, welcome back to Bournemouth RC. So today is a really good day. We have our Kraton 8S out here, our new car to the channel. This is my Christmas present and I'm absolutely thrilled with it. What a beast of a car. The sheer size of it is unbelievable. The fact of what it can do when it's this size and this weight is amazing. So this is actually a V1 Kraton 8S. I got it second hand. It had only had one pack through it, which is what the bloke said, and when I got it I was amazed by how good a condition it was in. I have done a little bit of running in it, hence it's a little bit dirty. But today what I want to do is run through with you my plans for the Kraton 8S. For the moment it's going to stay pretty much as it is stock. It does have a custom RC upgrades skid plate on it that it came with. So for the moment I'm going to leave it pretty much stock and give it some abuse stock. The only thing I am going to change is this controller here. Now everybody knows that on the V1 stuff, same as the old V4 Arrmas, they all came with a Spectrum controller, the 2E. Now these controllers have a massive lag, so these are fine if you want to do crawling or some smaller cars, but for a car this size you don't want that lag. It's going to cause you to break stuff or hit stuff. So out with that, and I have been sent this controller here, the Radiolink RC6GS V2. Now this is meant to be an absolute brilliant controller and I cannot wait to get this in here. It is a 6-channel controller. It has a gyro built into the receiver. The receiver has 2 antennas, which means it's got a 600-meter range, which is more than enough than I'll ever need. So it's got the gyro in there as well for speed runs, and I cannot wait to get this in here. So what we're going to do today is an unboxing and installation of this. I'm going to show you how to install it, set it all up, ready to go for your Kraton. Or for any of your vehicles. It is very similar process for all vehicles, so I'm going to show you how to set all this up, get it installed, and then we're going to get out and give it a bit of a bash. So if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe it, and we'll come back at the end to review this controller as well as obviously the beast that is the Kraton 8S. Okay, so let's get this unboxing. Let's have a look what we get inside it. We're really looking forward to this. There is lots and lots of adjustments on this controller, so really looking forward to seeing what it's like. Okay, let's get the box out of the way. Okay, so in the box then we have a little leaflet that says congratulations, thank you very much. So we also have the instructions manual. Now I must admit I'm not a big one for instruction manuals, and normally they just go to one side and that'll be it. However, with this one I am going to be keeping it because of the amount of programmable options. You have 23 different programmable options down in there. I'll show you the screen, and it gives you all the names of them as you go through. Now I'm not going to go through them all now, but it does everything from steering endpoints, steering settings, throttle speeds, everything. Anti-lock brakes if you want it on there as well. So it has got loads and loads of settings, so make sure you keep these because you'll need to do it. Also within there, it has got all the instructions of how to set it up, how to do the binding, how to use receivers, but also your gyro settings. So keep hold of this because you will need it. So we get a nice little lanyard to hook it onto. You also get a LIPO connector for if you wanted to take the battery tray out of in there and put your LIPOs in to this controller. You get your receiver. Now it's important to notice on this that the receiver has got here 2 wires. Now this is for its better range and better response time. So what they say on it, however, though, you must keep the 2 ends of the receiver at 90-degree angles. Okay, so one of them for me is going to go up out the antenna and one's going to be inside the receiver box sat on top to make sure that they are 90 degrees apart. Now for the actual controller. Okay, so here's the controller. You've got your screen on the front here. You have obviously your throttle, your steering. You have your channel 3 adjustment there. Channel 4, channel 5, channel 6. So 6 channel, little aerial there to get better range. And obviously you put your batteries in the bottom here. Now I have actually put some batteries in there, just so I can show you the controller. To turn it on, flick it on the side. It does have a USB port there as well, for if you wanted to connect it to your PC to set up or anything like that. Let me just get that back in. Okay, so turned it on. Now, as you can see on the screen here, it's got your steering, your throttle and all that sort of stuff. To get into the menu, hold them two down, and you can see here all the different things that we've got within the menu. There's loads of them. Now we'll go through some of these in a minute. Just press exit and you're back to your screen. So what we're going to do first of all is get the receiver into the car. I'll show you how to do that. Get it bound to the controller, and then we'll start setting it up. Okay, so first thing you need to do is take off your plate here that your ESC is sat on to get to the receiver box below. Now I've actually done this already, just to make it a bit quicker. You need a 2mm driver, and you've got 4 bolts around the receiver there and 2 on top of the servo there. So 6 bolts in total at the top, and that comes out the way. Now you'll be left with where your receiver goes in there. As you can see, there's a bit of sticky stuff there left from the last one that I just pulled out. So, and then you're left with your 2 wires, one from your steering and one for your ESC. Okay, so important to know that the steering goes into channel 1. So channel 1's at the top of this receiver here, black wire or negative wire to the outside. Slide that in there, and then your ESC goes into channel 2. So before you stick it down, we're going to go through and do the setup, because once you've stuck it down, you cannot get to the button that is just down in here. Okay, so we're going to do all the setup before we stick it down. Okay, so we've got everything ready. We've got our batteries in our controller, we've got our batteries in our car, we've got everything plugged in to the receiver ready to go. Okay, so to set it all up then, what I'm going to first of all do is turn on the controller, and you can see at the top there it says K8, that's the model number. But to get to that, that's just because I've set it up as that. Go to model, and here you can select which model you're going to program to. And as you can see there, it takes 10 models. So I'm on number 1, which is K8. Enter. Exit back to the start. Now I'm just going to flick this off. That's now on the model I want, and it's flicked off. So now what I need to do is get ready with the receiver and a very small screwdriver or something like that. So turn on the car, and the receiver will start flashing because it's not got a transmitter it can read. Hold the button down on the side and it'll start quickly flashing like that, and then turn on the controller. It will start slowly flashing, which means it's just reading the controller, and now it's solid. That means everything's connected and bound. So that's how you bind the car. Okay, so there's the first thing we're going to do. We just need to check then that our steering is going the right way, and it is. When I turn left, car turns left, turn right, the car turns right. I'll hold the car very gently. Is the throttle going the right way? Yep. When I pull the throttle slightly, the wheels spin. Perfect. So everything's going the right way. Now what we need to do is turn off the ESC again, and we need to set the endpoints on the ESC to the controller. So my controller's on and is bound, ready to go. So now, hold the set button and hold the power button, release the power button, and hold the set button until you can hear that beeping. So what you're going to do first of all is not going to touch the throttle. You're going to press set button there, and that will put it into neutral. Then you're going to go full throttle and press the set button. 2 beeps. Full throttle, full reverse. 3 beeps. And then the car will go into its process. Now, it's important to notice on here that at the moment, I don't have the gyro turned on. Your control for your gyro is your channel 3 here. So all the way to the left is none, all the way to the right is full gyro. So I can tell there's no gyro on this at the moment. So if I move the back of the car, the front wheels aren't steering to compensate. Now, to turn the gyro on, 3 quick pushes of the button. 1, 2, 3. And you get that red light flashing away there. So if I now move the receiver, as if the car's being moved about, you can see the steering then wiggles. So, okay, so now the gyro's turned on, and we've got it turned up full on the controller just for this testing process. What we now need to do is check that it's working the right way. So with the receiver held flat, don't worry, it won't do that when it's in the car, it's just because it's all moving at the moment. I'm going to move the back of the car. Now as I move to the right, which is this way here, coming towards the camera, the wheels, front wheels, should also turn right. So they don't, they go the opposite way, which means that currently it's not set up quite right. So with the receiver again, it's going to go nuts for a second. 1, 2, 3 flashes, hold it flat. Now it's going the right way. So when you move the back of the car, the wheels should turn towards the way that you're moving the back of the car. Right, that is now everything we need to do to that receiver before we can stick it down. So now what I'm going to do is clean up the surface in there. Let's turn that off for a second. Clean up the surface in there with some brake cleaner. Get rid of any old glue. Make sure the bottom of this is clean with brake cleaner. New sticky pad and stick it down. Okay, so we set everything up. It's all stuck down inside the receiver box in there. Everything's bolted back up. So now it's time to head out, give this new K8 a blast, and give this new controller a go, and we'll come back and we'll do a review. Down at Arrma Raceway again. They've done a little bit of a refurb around the wood and stuff like that. So we are out today for the first time with the K8. Now this has got a X-Max indestructible body on it, just because I haven't had a chance to reinforce my body yet, so I've borrowed that off Martin Crease. Now the other thing I've done to it is I've changed to this Radiolink controller here. So this is the one with the dual antenna on the receiver, so that's inside the car. Massive range on it, really nice to control and use in the hand. It has now become my favourite controller, if I'm honest. This is really nice to use. So there'll be a link to that down in the description. But it is six channel, and it is multiple memory in there as well. So I'm going to be getting some receivers to use this on my other cars as well. So awesome. Right, let's get out there and give it a go. Right, you on? Yeah. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. This is completely standard on the stock gearing.
They haven't done anything to this car yet.
Apart from roll it over. Didn't take long at all.
So back in action, got Dad on the new K8, and then I think we're the only people out here at the minute, so whole track to ourselves. Ooh. Bit of an amazing jump. Oh, there. So sandy. Look at him concentrating. Going. We got this brand new, no marks. The person said he had used it once and there was no, and we couldn't believe it. There was no scratches, nothing. And he has actually put a skid plate on the bottom, so that's going to help the chassis quite a bit. And I believe we are getting some upgrades for this. So we got this brand new, no marks. The person said he had used it once and there was no, and we couldn't believe it. There was no scratches, nothing. And he has actually put a skid plate on the bottom, so that's going to help the chassis quite a bit. And I believe we are getting some upgrades for this. So now it's my go.
Ollie's going to have a little go on the K8. Take it steady, Ollie. Big old car. Not that steady.
The steering's quite hard.
It's a big heavy truck, Ollie. It drives and handles lovely. Just had a go on Claire's X-Max. She let me have a go on the X-Max and I did break it, I will tell you now. But do you know what, they're both awesome trucks. For me, this one's the better handler, better around this track. It's just purpose. It's almost purpose built for this track. The X-Max though, I can't deny it. It puts a massive smile on your face. It is such a stupid, funny car. But yeah, no, I really, really like this. So the K8 is lovely around this track. Okay, so we've been out for the first batch of this awesome Kraton 8S then. So we've taken it out, took it around Arc Raceway. It is perfect for that raceway, perfect size, perfect scale. It loves it there. It handled really well, it's got good speed for there, and it took those triple jumps as if there were nothing, absolutely nothing. It just flies through the air, it almost floats. So I absolutely love this truck. I'm looking forward to getting it out soon, get it out to some skate parks, so we'll gear it up a little bit. And we also have some nice upgraded parts coming for this vehicle, so keep an eye out on the channel, you'll see them coming up. Now, obviously I paired it with this Radiolink controller, the RC6GS version 2. What an amazing controller. The amount of adjustments in here, so you can just set the car up perfectly right, and also the feel in the hand, the balance and the turning, the response times, absolutely amazing. This is now my favourite controller, and I'm now going to get a load more receivers and get this into all my other cars as well. So amazing truck paired with an amazing controller. What an experience. If you like it, please subscribe below, like it, a thumbs up, give us some comments, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thank you very much. Good night. Sorry.